Welcome to Steep in Thought.
Today, we will be talking about how to make a repair in a relationship.
But first, the tea of the day. I thought this tea would kind of taste a little off if I'm being honest, but it's really not too bad.
No, interesting fact about mushroom tea, you can let it steep indefinitely without turning bitter.
And speaking of bitter, we still need to show how to make a repair from last week's episode about the dishes.
That's right. But first things first, I statements are the foundation of communication.
I statements are made up of 3 parts. Part 1, feeling. I feel, and insert an emotion. Part 2, when. Insert a specific instance or an event. Part 3, because. Explain why this matters to you and why it affects you the way that it does. While I statements may sound easy, people tend to get them wrong.
I wonder what that looks like.
Let's steep on that. I feel like you don't do the dishes.
Well, I feel like you just don't care.
Well, I feel like you play dumb so you don't have to do any of the work.
Okay. Well, I feel like you blow things way out of proportion.
What?
Notice how none of those are actual emotions. They are you statements disguised as I statements.
And generally speaking, when you start to tell your partner their feelings and intentions behind their actions, it doesn't go well.
I statements help reduce defensiveness and confrontation. This would be a good example.
I am feeling really uncared for because I did ask you to do the dishes and reminded you, and it's so hard for me to ask for help that when I do ask and it doesn't happen, I end up just feeling really defeated and helpless, and that really hurts.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. I understand how that would make you feel uncared for, and I know it's difficult for you to ask for help, and I'm sorry I didn't do the dishes. I do want you to know that I care for you and I do appreciate you.
Even if you have a different opinion than your partner's, it's important that you remain curious about their experience. Imagine if Jose would have told me, well, it doesn't matter if you feel that way, you can't talk to me like that. He would have missed the opportunity to connect and really hear my perspective. And the conversation might not have gone as well. Now, Jose could express himself in an I statement, and that would look a little something like this.
I felt attacked when you said that I was lazy and would be a bad parent because I work really hard to make sure that you feel cared for, and that sometimes I feel like the good things that I do go unappreciated.
That makes sense. I mean, I know you went to the grocery store that day and I didn't even acknowledge it, and it was really unfair of me to say that you would be a bad dad over dishes.
Well, I appreciate it, and I just would like for us to speak respectfully to each other, even when we're upset.
No, I totally agree. Nobody, especially you, deserves to be spoken to that way, even if I'm upset, and I will really work on building us up and you up versus kind of tearing you down. Man, that was awesome.
Right? Who would have known?
I know. Good job.
Yeah.
Man. But that might have looked really easy, but really most couples struggle with communication.
I'm sure. Well, so what does that mean for our couples?
Well, let's steep on that.
Yeah.
Thought 1. Practice, practice, practice. I statements and validation are hard. Practicing them daily will go a long way in knowing how to use them when things get heated.
Thought number 2. Recognize. Recognize your own part in the argument and be accountable for your own actions.
Thought 3. Get support. If you keep on having the same argument with your partner or things don't ever feel fully resolved, go see a couples counselor. Getting professional support sooner as opposed to later can go a long way in reducing the harm and conflict caused in a relationship.
Thank you for watching. Tune in next week when we learn how to keep calm and steep on.
And remember, I'm going to do the dishes.
No, I got it.
No, really.
No.
Let me do this.
I want to do it.
I want to do it.
No, I want to do it.